Welcome to Mr. Levy's Math Room. Now, this presentation is geared towards our third form students. Now, this presentation is entitled Selecting Your Subjects for Fourth Form or Grade 10. Now, what we have realized is that many students, they have made their choices, and then even to this point, when we are more than halfway through the year, students are still wanting to make changes to their subject choices. Right? And so we generally give up to the midterm in October when we feel that students would have gotten an idea, they would have gotten a feel of the subject, and then they determine, do I really want to do these subjects? And then they'll make their choices based on their liking, based on their career path. And and so I just want to emphasize what your guidance counselors have been doing and reinforce some of the points that they have been teaching you. And so we want to one of the questions I want to ask us are question I want to ask: what do you enjoy doing? Because some persons, they may not have an idea of what it is they want to do in terms of career path, or they don't know what subjects they want to choose as yet. So one of the thing you can do is look at what you like to do, and then you choose a subject based on your liking, right? So based on your talents even, you can choose your subjects along those lines. All right. Now you're expected to do some research, so you go research the subjects. Now some of the subjects would be new to you, especially the business subjects. They would be new to you, and so it's important that you do your research, do your background research, look at what the subject entails, and then and your career choices as well. You're going to ensure that you do your research. What are some of the current career choices? What are some of the emerging career choices that are coming to the fore? And what do I have in my mind? And the career path I have in my mind, will still be required or be necessary or needed in the next 10 years, because some career paths are becoming obsolete, and so we have new and emerging careers. So we look at what we think will be in demand in the next 30 years, all right, or in the next 40 years, what will still be in demand. All right, so you do your research and then you make sure you choose wisely. All right, so the next thing we want to be looking at is the option sheet. So I'll go through the option sheet line by line. Now, I I did not choose to put lines 1 and 2 because lines 1 and 2, that's for math and English. Now, all students must do math and English. Those are compulsory subjects, right? So all students must do math and English. Now, on line line 3, in line 3, I noticed, students, that we have a number of subjects in line 3, and there are 8 lines because you'll be doing 8 subjects, and you are required to select one subject from each line. You cannot select 2 subjects from each line. Reason being, all of these subjects here, let me get my pointer. All of these subjects here in line 3, right? All of these in line 3, they are offered at the same time. All right. So you cannot choose physics and POB, right? Because they fall they they are being offered at the same time, right? So you have to just choose one of these. Good. Now let's move to, so if you choose physics, you can choose history, POB, integrated science, or PE, right? So you choose your subjects along the career path that you have in your mind. Now, when you're choosing your subject as well, you choose your subject so that the subjects that you're choosing, they can propel you into more than one career path. All right, so you choose a mixture of your subject. Even if you're choosing the sciences, you have the option to choose 2 other subjects. Right, so you have math and English if you're doing the 3 sciences, physics, chemistry, and biology, then you choose two other subjects to complement those. Right? And the truth is, if you do the sciences, you can um, be directed to any other career path. Right? Then line 4, in line 4, the other subjects we have chemistry, building and furniture technology, geography, religious education, textiles, clothing, and fashion. Now, one of the things that you have to look at and what we encourage students to do as well, if you notice that there are two subjects in a line that you want to do, you can say that to your guidance counselor, or you can say that um, you can say to me, and then depending on the number of students who want to do particular subject in a band. Now let's say many students, maybe about 50 students, want to do both chemistry and geography. Right? Then what we may have to do is look at since so many students want to do both chemistry and geography, then we may have to shift one of the subjects from the band, alright, or from the line. Good. And so this option sheet that I'm using now is the one we used last school year for 2022-2023. Well, present school year, sorry. And so we want to do any editing as quickly as possible if needs be. So just let us know, let your guidance counselor know if there are subjects there that you feel you want to do and they both come in the same band. Because remember, you can only do one subject from each line. Right, then we have line 5. Line 5 has biology, electrical and electronic technology, because some students now may want to do um, electrical technology and physics. Right? Now, depending on your career path, you may not need to do biology. Right? So you may not need to do the three sciences. But depending on what you say, you want to become an electrical engineer, then you don't need biology. Right? So you choose physics, you choose electrical and electronic technology, and you choose technical drawing. Alright? So technical drawing is important. Good? Now, let's say you want to become an electrician. Right? Then you have to choose electrical and electronic technology and physics as well. Right? Because they complement each other. Right? A number of things, the thing that you do in electrical, you meet them in physics, and some other thing you do in physics, you'll meet them in electrical and electronic technology. Alright, so bear that in mind when you are choosing. Now, if you want to become a fashion designer, I think we went past the textile clothing and fashion. You want to become a fashion designer, then this is that's a good subject to choose, visual art. Right? Because visual art, it has a number of career paths in it. Right? So you can choose visual art and textile clothing and fashion. Right? And you know that textile clothing and fashion will never become obsolete because what? People have to wear clothes. Good? And so you will always be needing fashion designers. Right? In line 6, now notice that there are only two subjects in line 6. Now, since there are only two subjects in line 6, it is obvious that all students must do either EDPM or information technology. Right? So these two subjects you're doing one or the other. Now, if your career choice does not necessarily need information technology, then you can choose EDPM. Let's say if you want to become, let's say, a human resource manager, or you want to be human resource management, then you can do EDPM. If you want to become a secretary, then EDPM is okay. Alright, and so this means that all students must have in your possession a laptop. And so from third form, just informing you, you need to ensure that you get a laptop for fourth form. If you're going to do technical drawing as well, a laptop is important, right? Because we no longer do technical drawing for fourth, fifth, and sixth form on the tabletop. We we use the AutoCAD, right, on the computer. And so it is important for you to have a laptop for those subjects, for information technology, EDPM, and technical drawing. Right? So notice now EDPM, this subject here, it um, it has a wide range of things that you do, right? And so what I wanted to do is go and do some research on the subject to see what it entails. I may have to just go back to some of the slides so that you can see what some of the to talk about some of the subjects there that may be new to you. Alright? So I'll do that in a little while. Okay, now line 7, you notice line 7 has Spanish, social studies, principles of accounts, family and resource management, and additional math. Right? Now, if you want to do principles of accounts, now principles of accounts is for persons who want to become accountant, persons who you want to work in an office even, you want to become a bursar. You These are subjects that are this subject is important, right? You want to become an accountant, or if you want to be a bursar, you want to work in the bank, depending on what you want to do, then this is important, right? Now, family and resource management is one of the home economics subjects, right? It used to be called home management, right? But I guess it's not just home management, so it's family and resource management now, right? And then additional math. Now, students, I want to encourage you. Additional math means more math, right? And this is more challenging than the regular math, right? So if you're not mastering the regular math, then I don't advise you to choose ADMAth, right? ADMAth is at a higher level than it has a higher degree of difficulty than the regular math, right? But if you are planning to do mathematics in sixth form though, I encourage you to ensure that you choose ADMAth, right? It will give you an advantage. Good? So remember that. Alright. Okay, so this slide has economics, English literature. So economics, English literature, food and nutrition. Now food and nutrition includes health. So it's food, nutrition, and health. Right? So it's FNH. And then we have agri-science and we have technical drawing. Alright, so please bear these in mind so you can go back through the video, look at the options and ask questions. So you can maybe you can find some of the big teachers who teach the business subject and you can ask them about the subject, or you can do your own research, right? So you can go online, do your own research, find out about the subject, find out what the subjects entail, all right, and look at the subjects and see where they can take you, all right. So what I want you to do as well, maybe I should have presented it here, but in terms of moving on to sixth form, you can look at the subjects that are offered at sixth form and see if you have like subjects like animation and gaming design, right? And you have entrepreneurship and subjects like those. So do your research and then you can decide what subjects you want to choose. Now, career day is coming up, and what I want you to do is ensure that students, you make sure you have a little booklet. Right? Make sure you have a little booklet and where you can take notes. You can write down what the presenters are saying. go to the different booths, write down whatever information you can get, right? So this is that time when you ask a lot of questions, you get a lot of information to help to guide you in your career choice, right? And so I just want to encourage you to make good choices, do your research, and just choose wisely. All right. So you can I'm encouraging you to subscribe to my channel, right? So like and subscribe to the channel, and ensure that you share it with your classmates, right? For those who may not be online or in the chat, in the groups, just share it with them in your personal class group. All right. So blessings and see you around.